What is up? Happy Monday to everybody. I hope you guys checked out the video content I posted about the oh my God, Golden Globes and Sinners. Yeah. Um, it makes all the difference when the bun for the filet of fish is warmed. You'll be surprised in Oregon they don't warm the bun and it's so nasty. I'm supposed to be on my lunch. I don't like this. Let's watch something else. Don Lemon. Let's watch Don Lemon. I hardly eat McDonald's. And it was either go to Costco, get a greasy cheese, slice of cheese pizza. And I don't eat hot dogs, but I've been craving a hot dog. Or McDonald's filet of fish meal. I chose the McDonald's filet of fish meal because it was the safest. I took my two cats to the vet, so I didn't want to leave them in a car. And I'm also one of those people too. I get so upset when people bring their animals into restaurants. So I was like, I'm not gonna walk up there, even though it's super quick. Sorry, I heard growling. I was like, ugh, they better not be fighting again. So yeah. Mm-mm. Hi, Jeffrey. What's up? Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate you. Oh, hi. How are you? I am good. How are you doing? You're doing well looking at me. Thank you. I don't know what's going on with McDonald's, but I got the medium, right? The medium meal. From my recollection, growing up, the little paper was for the little dollar menu fries. So McDonald's is low-key skimping on the fries. And they think they slick. I like you. Pines. Pine. What is that? Systems? I like you. Yes. I don't really like McDonald's, but here's the things I eat at McDonald's. And it's like once in a blue moon, okay? I'm not a frequent McDonald's person. Filet of fish meal. Sausage egg McMuffin. Yep. Occasionally, rare, an apple pie. But I don't eat the filling in the apple pie. I scrape out the inside of the filling and I just eat the bread. Wendy's, that is my favorite fast food place. Do I eat it often? No, because there's not a lot of Wendy's. There's really not a lot of Wendy's. Um, I like their salads. I like their chili. All of their handcrafted lemonades are fantastic. What else? Their breakfast is decent. What else do I eat from there? The sour cream and chive potato is good. When they were doing those little wraps, those were good. Um, the chicken nuggets spicy. Those are good. So yeah, I definitely will eat more Wendy than McDonald's, but I don't eat either of those places often. So, but Wendy's would be my number one out of fast food though. But the best fries is definitely McDonald's. It's between McDonald's and Raising Cane's because I like Raising Cane's too. I love the crinkle cut because you get more of the potato. Um, do you use the eyes for the glasses? That doesn't make any sense. Um, is it a bad thing to like McDonald's? I don't really care for McDonald's that often, but if you're trying to be shady, it's not hurting my feelings. You don't know me enough to say something to hurt my feelings. I like McDonald's biscuits. I wish they sold them in a store. I've heard people say that. I'm not really a biscuit lover. I don't really like biscuits. The only biscuits that I do like is who makes good biscuits to me? Church's Chicken, because it has that honey glaze over it. And you know what? Chick-fil-A, when they have the breakfast, they have I like the nuggets, but it comes with the little biscuit, the little, what is it called? What is the meal called? I don't know what it's called because they do have a biscuit sandwich. I don't like the sandwich. I like the nuggets that come with the little small biscuits. Those are good as the fluffy biscuits. So good. They got that honey butter glaze over it. Delicious. And yes, I do this often when I have glasses. I don't know why, but I do. I need to fix this though. I don't know how I did this before. So I'm about to copy that and then I'm about to edit. Oh Lord, how do I do this? I don't remember how I did it. Is it column properties? No. Oh, I think I have to change it in the filter. So which one am I on? Okay. Okay, so I need to fix this first. Okay, let me see. So I have to go into filter. Oh my God, that is not the right coding. It's 24006. Okay. So that is fixed. Filter off. You want a hug? I look fulfilling. Here you go. Here's your hug. I go to the gym for a woman like yourself. My woman like my weight. Brooklyn flat brush. Holler at me. Whatever floats your boat, floats your boat.
Okay, so okay, the secretary now. Please hold on a second. Can you roll the video? That's what I was saying. Now let's roll the video because I know you're saying one thing, but the video shows another. So before you continue with your answer, respectfully, I'd like you to watch this video, and I want you to show me where the snowbanks are, where the officers were stuck, and where they're pushing out their vehicles. In this particular incident, you can show me that, and perhaps you can convince me and the audience that what you're saying is true. But it doesn't appear. But it appears that what you're saying doesn't actually match.
Well, tomorrow
Okay, patrolman, roll. Stand by, secretary, and we'll get you.
I'm gonna do.
Okay, then keep her up there, looking at the video while it is rolling, the entire video, and then come back and go. Okay.
Audit tracker. What time is this over?
So that's what I mean. Jake,
11.
It's a pretty good job. But
So let's do.
This is, again, not a criticism of him, but that's what I would have done. Because I don't believe as a bench sitting or both sides that you have to be so respectful or whatever. I think when people are lying to your face, you have to hold them to account. Lady, you're lying. Also, you are the head of Homeland Security, whatever the title is. You are the head, and you are the person who's supposed to be the level-headed person, the person who is leading and guiding everyone in this in the agency and bringing the truth to the American people. So why did you get out there before you had a chance to accurately assess the information, to investigate the information, call this woman a terrorist, and then give false information, what appears to be false information about exactly what happened? Why would you do that? Are you getting orders?
Am I disabled? No, I'm not.
Just not seeing
Are you?
That's what I would have. Okay, keep going.
Started blocking traffic for minutes and minutes.
You said that the woman attacked them and surrounded them and attempted to run them over and ram them with the vehicle.
Blocked the road for a long time and was yelling at them and including a federal law enforcement investigation. That's what you need to focus on, because they were breaking the law.
Okay, so it appears when this situation happened, if you look at her, we can roll it back, Cliff, we can roll it back, ma'am. It looks like perhaps she was blocking, maybe that happened before, I'm not sure exactly. But when this actually happened, she was moving and waving cars by her so that she could turn and go around the officers, around the truck that stopped. Now,
What is 1 p.m.?
I have no idea, but it doesn't appear that she was blocking anyone at this point. Or when she was being told to move, she actually said, I'm not mad at you, and she was getting ready to move. So
we're canceling this.
And is this, even, let's just say she is blocking the road. Let's just give her that. She had been blocking the road.
Are we not doing our meetings this week?
Enough of, I guess, the impetus for them to escalate this far.
Oh wait, she is out, so that has to be rescheduled because.
There was none of that. These people live in La La Land.
Wait, it's in here. Audit team.
No, they don't believe. They cannot believe what they're saying. They cannot believe what they're saying. And I'll show you why in a minute. The evidence is not showing. I don't care what you hear from these white people, pros, whatever media. They're lying. They're lying. It doesn't show that.
She is out the 12th through the 14th. And when is our meeting?
This woman was targeting. She was trying to run over him. None of that. That he was in danger the way that he said. That he was standing right in front of the car. Right? No. None of that is true. I will show you the evidence, but finish her out. Here it is.
obstructing the law enforcement operation. They were breaking the law already, and these officers were doing their due
So
diligence
pause.
with their training.
So right there, she's trying to get out of the way. She doesn't appear to be blocking anything. So you tell me what's going on. And then I would show them. Just keep going. I'm going to show you what I would show them. Keep going.
They're going to make sure they were handling it appropriately.
You said within hours of her being killed, you said that she was a domestic terrorist. How do you define domestic terrorist?
She weaponized her vehicle to protect an act of violence against a law enforcement officer and the public.
How can you assert with certainty that she was trying to hurt the officer as opposed to she was trying to flee the scene?
Okay. How did you get to that point? I want to show you this. And this is, we're going to have someone on for MS Now. This is from our friends over at MS Now this morning. And this is a tweet that they put out. And you know we show the longer New York Times investigation as to where the officer was standing. Take a look at this. This is from our friends over at the Morning Joe, okay? And so if you look at this, shot one when he fired, look at his feet, not in front of the car, standing on side, okay? Shot two, not in front of the car, standing on side. Looks like he's pointing point blank at her. That's shot two. So when he shot, he was not standing in front of the car. Look at where his feet are. You see in the New York Times investigation that we showed you. Shot two, again at the side. Shot three, completely standing on the side of the car, away from the car, out of danger. And my law enforcement friends,
Now, who is Sarah's
police officers and military folks,
supervisor?
if you
Because
feel that you're in danger, you are not holding
I need
a
to
cell
see
phone in
this.
one hand and a gun in the other. Because if you're in danger, the cell phone goes. And what perhaps was that a distraction because he was trying to hold the phone? It was like, what was going on there? So, you're right, she can't even defend the officers on January 6th, but she wants to defend the officers here. It is a complete double standard, and it is outrageous. We're going to talk much more about this in moments with someone who is from the MS Now, also has a new book out.
What is her name?
Sponsor, and
Sarah.
then we're back with Jacob Silver.
Her last name.
Support comes from OneSkin. You know, New Year's resolutions, they used to be about
I thought I had a-
yourself. Now it's more about doing an honest audit of what's actually working and sticking with it. Okay? So for me, that includes taking my skin health very seriously. And that's why
Look on the
use
tracker.
OneSkin. It's my go-to. My go-to.
Ugh, I get like
Obviously, the face cream. You guys want to know? Shop the
my
skin.
hair's down. All I do is play in it. Like I
And
just
what I like is that OneSkin doesn't just focus on how your skin looks today. It's
too
equals
much.
long-term skin health at the cellular level. At the core of their product is the patented OS01 peptide. It's the first ingredient proven to target senescent cells, okay? Senescent cells, which are a key cause of wrinkles, loss of elasticity, and skin aging. These results are backed by multiple clinical studies. OneSkin products are dermatologist tested, safe for sensitive skin, free from over 1,500 harsh ingredients. Real science, real results. Right now, you can get up to 30% off of your first 3 subscription orders at oneskin.co/Don. You have to use the code Don. And after you purchase, please tell them that we sent you again. oneskin.co/Don with the code Don. And after you purchase, tell them that we sent you. And let me tell you, when asking to drop the skin routine, that's it. So, you're welcome. All right, simple. Thank you to our sponsors. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to bring in someone now. Jacob Silver, here. He's the
Are you
CEO and
spitting
national
up
director of MS Now,
on the
formerly
floor? What the?
MSNBC and NBC as well. He's also the author of the new book. It's called Firestorm, and it focuses on the fires of Palisades and Eden, the Palisades and Eden fires. An amazing book, and we're going to talk about that in just a bit. But I want to get him on the news of the day, and then we'll talk
That is so
extensively about this.
gross.
Jacob is a friend as well, and an amazing reporter. Jacob, thank you so much. Congratulations on the book. How are you doing?
Hey, Don, thank you for having me, I'm doing great. Long time, I've been saying radio, long time listener, first time caller, glad to be on.
Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate it. We're honored to have you on. Jacob, you've been doing a lot of reporting on this. This is our and now you have the administration demonizing her, calling her a terrorist, and then, in my opinion, lying about the evidence of what happened there in Minneapolis on that Saturday.
Yeah, I think, to put it in a big picture context here, Donald Trump is obviously looking to institute the largest mass deportation program in American history. That's modeled after a 1954 program from George Eisenhower with a name so racist that don't say it here, not gonna say it here. They deported 1 million Mexicans and Americans, Mexican Americans. And this program is instituted now. Tom Homan told me, borders are on the second day of the raids in LA, he thought someone was gonna die during all of this. And he was right. And in this 2025, 2026 iteration of this, the Eisenhower program, it's not just deportations of both immigrants and Americans, it is deaths of both immigrants and Americans. And Amanda Colville is not the first person to die at the hands of this mass deportation effort. We saw a migrant fall off a roof in Oxnard, California during one of these raids. A man was running from a parking lot at a Home Depot in Los Angeles across the 210 freeway. He was hit by a car and killed. In Chicago, we saw a death. It is, I hate to say it, it's exactly what Tom Homan said would be happening. And it was a consequence of decades of bipartisan deterrence-based, freedom-based immigration policy that allowed the Trump administration in the first term to separate thousands of families deliberately to hurt them and to do exactly what they're doing now.
When you're out there, what I love is that you're out there and you're talking to people, which is obviously, that is real journalism. What are they saying? Because I think it's not even a third of the American people who approve of this, detaining people and rounding them up without due process.
And nobody talks to people on the street better than you, Don, and I love watching you do that. And I think that definitionally what you are doing, and the reason I do it is I think it is a public service to allow people to reflect back what they are seeing and feeling, and not just hearing from the administration themselves about their line, which is the worst of the worst. And obviously, who they're going after is not the worst of the worst. It's why people are coming out to the streets every weekend, it seems, in greater numbers. It's why I said from the very beginning here, I thought the protest would work. It was just going to take some time for people to realize and see what was going on, because so many people got tired after the first term of paying close attention to this. And now that it's in our faces again, family separation, why did it stop? Not because Donald Trump had some moral awakening. He said, I didn't like the sight and the feeling of families being separated. He didn't want to hear the images. He didn't want to see people in the streets by the hundreds of thousands, millions. The Pope spoke out at the time. Now we have an American Pope who speaks English, who's in the streets of Chicago, who's pushing back on this, inspired people to come out into the streets. And I think that more and more people are realizing exactly what this is what they promised when you and I both were on the floor of the conventions last summer, when they were saying mass deportations now, putting up those signs, thousands of them. But I think so many people didn't fully realize, because of what's going on in their everyday lives, that this is what it was going to be. It's what they long promised. Now that people see it, they're getting out there and they're pushing back.
I want to play a little bit of one of your colleagues. He's contributed over at MS Now, and that's Tim Miller. He's also on the Bulwark. Obviously, he's outraged by what's happening, and this is his assessment. I don't want to see what you have to say about yours.
This wasn't fucking scary. There was nothing scary about this situation. This lady told him, she was like, dude, I'm not mad at you 20 seconds earlier. A 37-year-old lady.
Yes, it is.
In a Honda Pilot.
Hey, boo, how are you?
Passenger seat. You thought this lady was a craziest murderer? She talked to you, she just talked to you. I will not be fucking gaslighted by these people. I will not call down the rhetoric and tone it down like, oh, you gotta understand the other perspective. Jonathan Ross murdered her. She talked to him, told him, said, dude, I'm not mad. Other agents stormed her car, she was there. He walked around to the front. She turns her wheel to get away from him. You can see that clearly, he can see it clearly. She goes to get away from him. You hear a sound, maybe it did bump into him. Not good, by the way, she should get, there should be punishment for that. You can't not listen to cops, all right? You can't bump into a cop with your car, you can't do that. There should be punishment for that. But the punishment shouldn't be summary execution on the street. I'm not kidding, like a little bumper car, Nick. At worst case scenario. At 2 miles an hour. Like seriously. I've seen more violent attacks at the bumper cars at Carousel Gardens than that. Alright?
No.
Like, this is fucking insane.
So this is a sentiment, I play that
3
because people are frustrated, Jacob, they feel like they're being
3,
gaslit,
and then
and they feel like they have no
6.
agency, and what's the recourse here? They're showing up, we have video of them, you can play while he's talking, of ICE agents showing up in cars.
5.
And you see the violence of
6.
what they're doing on the street, and I'm sure you've witnessed some of it, I've witnessed some of it in Chicago, but you see them yanking people across ICE and pulling people out of carpool
Where
lanes.
is it at? I
I'm just
don't
wondering,
see
I
it.
think this is going to escalate. I don't want it to, God forbid, but I think after a while you can only push people so far. And these guys have been given, they've been greenlit to do whatever they
Why
want
won't
with
it let
impunity.
me?
And so I think they're on an ego trip, and they're just going to continue to do it. And the more they get away with it, I think the worse and harsher it is going to get.
I've seen it, Don. I saw it in LA in June and July. I saw it in Chicago in the middle of the summer. I saw it in Charlotte when I went to Charlotte. I've seen it in the halls of 26 Federal Plaza when these same masked, armed,
It doesn't allow me to do that. What?
And just like the municipal good, the amount of force and show of force always appears to me to be
Okay, so I'm gonna assume I can't do that there anymore. I have to do another.
Marines have been taken down while he was cutting bushes. His son Alejandro, who was in the Marine Corps in Afghanistan, said if I would have treated the detainee the way they treated my father, I would have been tried for a war crime. Or Annie, Lucia, Lucas Pelosa, who was
So I'm assuming I'm gonna have to do it on here.
19 years old and was picked up and deported to Honduras because according to the New York
5
Times,
hours.
the department has been tracking her through domestic flight data. The list goes on and on. Maurice Santai-Ramos, from the Dolphin Tourist Learning Complex, high school AP track star, deported to Guatemala and lived her whole life.
5, not 8.
Died and got back to Guatemala because she says ICE withheld the medication before they deported her. None of these people are the worst of the worst, yet they're meeting the most severe, most consequential outcomes of these policies. And you're right, these agents are going about the streets. When I was in LA, these were peaceful
I'm
protests,
sleepy.
and they were there under the pretext that they were saying violent.
Let me match my calendar with on here Friday.
Anderson has said to me that if Donald Trump's going to invoke the Insurrection Act to put more troops on the streets of the United States, and the only thing that stops them is people standing up. It's the 300 people in the United Methodist Church that I met in Charlotte on Monday night who came out to learn how to literally blow whistles to stop these agents when the sunlight is poured upon them. And it is the old adage, sunlight is the best disinfectant. With these videos, people being out in the streets, it's people not turning their heads away. That is the only thing that is holding these agents on the streets of the United States accountable.
Jacob, thank you for that. Now, Jacob, let's talk about another issue. We're going to get back to the ICE raids. I have much more to talk to you about, but we do have Jacob here for a specific reason, and I think it's a good one, and that's he did not let this story go. And Jacob, I just commend you as a reporter, because this is what a good reporter does, a good journalist, I should say, does, is that you don't let, because stories fade in and out of the headline. And so Jacob is here to discuss, he has a new book out, it's called Firestorm. And Jacob, you were not just covering these policies and being fires, you were watching your own childhood burn. You're a native engineer. You write about
How is that even possible?
Evacuating this pregnant black.
Not 7
Tell us
hours.
about why you did it and why you continue to follow the story by writing a book as a book.
Oh,
I think
maybe
what
it's.
we were talking about before and the book itself are connected. Two common threads for me. One is people.
Maybe
And
it's
this is a story
11?
about people as much as it is about climate, as much as it is about politics. How do you watch your childhood neighborhood burn to the ground in real time?
I'm just gonna make it as all day, because what the hell?
I think we solved that
I don't
question for
know.
myself a year ago when the costliest wildfire event in American history happened to break out in my neighborhood.
Can you do black yoga? What is black yoga?
And I had to do this book because I had to dive
Is you still in public housing? I never lived in public housing.
reality, not just of Angelinos, but it's called the Great Los Angeles Fires and America's
Are you in
greatest
public
disaster
housing?
because it's coming for all of us at some point. It is as true of a true story as there can be, and it's the confluence of all of these things. It's the confluence of the thing that we saw. It is changes in the way we live, different materials that are exploding around us, part of these long spirals of the 300 size of Manhattan, our infrastructure falling apart, and it's misinformation. And disinformation for people like the administration that's in office right now. And there are consequences to both local and federal policies that play a part in this. And one of those federal policies is immigration policy today. In the wake of it, talk about ICE. The rebuilding is moving slower than it should because the people that are technically rebuilding over in Los Angeles are caught up, undocumented day laborers largely, in the process of the administration's policies to go after not just the worst of the worst.
No, I'm not.
So it's a story that's very broad. It's a story that's both very personal.
You must be. I'm fortunate enough and I'm grateful enough. I have my own apartment. I don't need any type of assistance. Not knocking anyone that is on public assistance. Get on it if you need the help. You really need it. But God has blessed me enough to all of my needs are taken care of, sweetie. We have good credit over here, and we have yeah, we have good credit over here. We pay all of our bills on time and in full. We're financially stable over here. Clock that. I don't need you. Do you remember me? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
It's the stories that we don't hear of how immigrants, whether they're documented or not,
I'm sleepy. I should have took a lunch.
To America, not only economically, but also just, I believe morally, because,
I did not take a lunch.
In some form or another. And a lot of the folks who are
I'm not being mean.
immigrants, they pay into a system.
Y'all need to stop assuming. Like, y'all don't know me to know when I'm mean or whatever. Like, I'm not being mean.
You report about you want to talk about that, but I want to ask you about this misinformation that spread rapidly.
Trust me, that's not me being mean. If you think this is me being mean, oh, you would not be able to handle me when I actually am mean.
Not just to the people in the Los Angeles area, but to the country as well.
You know better than anybody now when it's like a cover of fire to be out there and how hard it is to get, and not just fires, hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, whatever. You've covered your fair share, many more than I have. You know how hard it is to get information to people.
This braid hurts.
Make sure we understand what's happening. Often we're hunkered down.
I'm so pretty. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Honestly, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And in the real time, minute by minute, which is what this account
God, I always get sleepy.
this fire, you have Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Donald Trump wasn't even the president of the United States; he was the president-elect of the United States, saying that there was some mystical tap that could be opened in the Pacific Northwest to dump, get 2 gallons of water on the fires in LA in order to stop them, and that it was Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass's fault and their fault alone. Well, obviously, that was not true. I laugh; it's not funny, but it's so absurd.
2029.
Because what it does to people who are on the ground in real time, all people want is information. There are enough challenges with problems with the information system that was local here in terms of getting people evacuated. In West Pasadena, there were people that died reportedly and allegedly because they didn't get the alerts in time from the municipal entities here. To have someone like a Donald Trump saying, there's a fingertip point about local officials so that your water is running dry, not because all the water in LA, the municipal system, is being engaged in trying to fight these historic fires, but because there's a reservoir that's dry in the Palisades that would have made a difference in the pressure. It's very possible it would have. It would have stopped the fires entirely. There was no way for civil engineers and firefighters, everybody in this, nor the misinformation even that Elon Musk was spreading, who was standing with firefighters during the live stream, talking to them about the water pressure and basically prodding them to endorse these conspiracy theories about how the system was broken in some way. And they pushed back and said, no, this is just where we're at given the resources that we have available at the time. In that moment, there's an amazing scene in the book where Gavin Newsom is sitting in his war room in LA and he looks up at the screen and he's watching Elon Musk and he says, click that out. F these guys, we have to fight back. And it's the beginning of how he has started to use social media today to push back equally as hard as the incoming that he's getting, because he realizes that without that type of a fight, you're doomed to be the victim of misinformation and disinformation, and in a crisis like this, that could be potentially catastrophic.
I'm going to focus and hone in on that just a little bit more, but one of the things that I like about Gavin Newsom, at least with me, I think he's very transparent because in my communications with him, I haven't done it, on the show or but I wasn't really happy with the podcast, right, and having Charlie Kirk and those guys on, and the whole thing. And I told him, I was like, let's come on the show and talk about it. He didn't come on the show and talk about it, but I mean, he would. I'm sure his folks are like, we'll get to that one later. But what I like is
I endorse that appearance on this broadcast.
I know he should come on because I actually really like that. I think he's a hell of a politician, and I think he's a good guy at the end of the day. Now, I didn't agree with that, but I don't agree with that. I don't even agree with wholeheartedly with my mom every day. My mom and I have disagreements, but I still love her, so that's neither here nor there. But the thing is,
sure I'll hear from my mother to cut my hair off.
I'm glad your mom is watching. So, the thing is that, but I like that he sort of regrouped and said, you know what, I've got to take care of this at this point, and it was the right move. And I think that he brought some clarity to the entire situation that was happening in this country by actually
23
back to Donald Trump and MAGA and the American people exactly what Donald Trump was doing. It's a smart move. He really did not have to do much. All he had to do was pretend in some way that he's Donald Trump and he's putting this out there just to show the absurdity of what this administration is doing.
He literally credits the moment that I write about in the book, and I don't think anybody has written about being inside this room with that strategy. He was sitting in the room watching Elon Musk, in his opinion, lie about why the water pressure was what it was in the key moments of the earliest hours of the fire with firefighters from Los Angeles County in a visibly uncomfortable exchange where firefighters and Musk are going back and forth on Musk's screen, and Newsom is sitting in his war room and he's watching this monitor, and he is exasperated. He says to Izzy Gardner, his communications director, it's in the book, clip that son of a bee. He wants to put that clip online immediately. And he literally credits that specific split second for him. I don't know if you can hear the Washington sound start.
I know that little song. I hope we don't get demonetized because of that music.
It's royalty free, I think. Royalty free. And so Elon Musk is up there going back and forth with these firefighters, and Newsom basically loses it. And he says, I'm not going to take this anymore. Now is the time to start pushing back. No pun intended, fight fire with fire. That's the expression that he uses. It's what he used all through the Prop 50 fight. He sees a common thread. If and when, probably when he runs for president, I think he realizes that he needs to have a supply shift of sorts in the fires because of the way that he was being attacked. He had talked about this personal relationship that he had with Trump, and even though it was publicly adversarial, privately, it was cordial. He hasn't talked to Trump since the ICE raid started in LA, he told me, when I saw him a couple weeks ago. And he said that he believes that the falling out, was all around this. And by the way, for Washington, Trump refuses to give him more federal aid in the wake of the wildfire recovery because of this type of opposition that he's now doing, pushing back and standing up to Trump. I think that you can call it whatever you want, theatrical or for a show, but he's saying it's principled, it's moral, and it's the only way to push back during, whether it's in the context of a great disaster and climate and wildfires and natural disasters, or any relations on the national stage in this moment that is so polarized.
Yeah, listen, you also, there's a Stephen Miller is written about in your book, and I wonder if it's the same thing, because one of the more startling revelations involved these direct pleas for help connected to Stephen Miller and Elon Musk. You talked about the Elon Musk part, but tell me about the Stephen Miller, what is that?
Right here, I'll show you. I think it's chapter 15. And you can understand it right away when you see the chapter title. Okay, chapter 15. It's Katie Miller. And so the reason I named the chapter It's Katie Miller is, as I was standing in the Palisades getting ready to go on a live special report with Lester Holt, my phone rang and I looked down, and I was shocked. It was Stephen Miller's wife, Katie, who, has been a spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security during the first Trump administration. She was a source of mine during the family separation crisis and invited me inside the detention centers, but we had a falling out over my first book separated because I called out some of the things that she had said in defense of the policy, and I hate it's fair to say she didn't like it, so I haven't heard from her in years. She called me, I picked up, and I told her to call her back because I was about to go on live with Lester, and before I could call her back, I got a text saying, "Can you go to this address? It's Stephen's parents' house, they live in the Palisades," paraphrasing. I didn't know Stephen Miller's parents lived in the Palisades. I knew he was from Santa Monica, the neighborhood community, but just like I did for my high school carpool mate and my brother, I drove by the Miller's house, and sadly it had burned down. And I let Katie know that I went and checked on Stephen's parents' house, and then it burned down in the Palisades. And I think I wrote Palisades is stronger than politics, and sent a red heart emoji to her. And I, full stop, was devastated for them just as I was devastated for anybody else. But the reason I decided, and I thought a lot about it, to include the story in the book, was that within minutes of sending that text, I realized that her own bosses, Trump and Musk, were spreading misinformation and disinformation about the virus that were affecting everyone, including her own in-laws, her parents. And that is the moment that we're living in, that both you can have someone hold out a hand and say, help us because of our shared humanity, but in the same breath almost, the very people that she associates herself with and believes in are making the recovery from actually getting through the fight itself harder and more devastating for everybody involved.
If you're just joining us, Jacob Soboroff, Kevin that's now joining us, and he is talking about his the news of the day, and it's all related. Trust me, he covers everything. He's going to go to this fall firestorm, and he's relaying to us what happened when he was covering the fires. Katie Miller, who's Stephen Miller's wife, called and asked a favor to go over and check on Stephen's family's home in the area, and he did. It burned down, but he realized the information that the administration was giving was also affecting Stephen Miller. They didn't know, and affecting the family. The disinformation, I should say, was affecting them negatively.
Midnight.
Listen, I think this is a big point.
I think I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take my lunch and take a nap. 95% of aliens prefer Earth. That might be true. I don't know. Have you talked to some aliens? You just subscribed. Thank you so much. Am I single? Yes. Okay, enough about that. Can you do a 360 for the camera? No, I'm not. You look like this other streamer, Tyler. I don't know who that is. Well, I guess you don't want to answer my question. I wasn't looking at the chat, so sorry I didn't answer in the timely fashion that you wanted me to.
This fire was a time machine into my past. It turns out fires can be remarkable time machines for the future as well. And it was one senior emergency management official, federal, from HHS, who had said to me after the fires that what I experienced wasn't just a trip into my past, but it was a look into the future for all of us. Because this fire combined with the global climate emergency, infrastructure falling apart, these changes in the way we live, and misinformation and disinformation, and the way that this all combined is the way that we will continue to experience these mass casualty events for years to come. It's just like what happened in Lahaina. We have seen fires of this magnitude in Paradise, California, with the Camp Fire. We have seen, by the way, in the Carolinas, in New Jersey, and in the South, extreme weather events that happen more and more and more. But the way that combines with federal policy, the cuts from this administration, and why those are so potentially damaging, that exacerbate all of this, is so central, and why your question is so good. Not just the National Weather Service predicted that particularly dangerous situation is losing meteorologists. Not just NOAA, using the billions credit where credit is due. They were engaged in very quick cleanup. The Army Corps of Engineers and the EPA came in here and filled out lots and debris. That was great. And the state government deserves credit, department, and as well as the municipalities. But on the federal level, in the bigger picture, the decisions this administration is making is only making fires like this probably more probable, not the outbreak of them, but the peripheral issues associated with mitigating, preventing, and recovering from them.
Listen, you say this is all connected. You know what's happening with ICE, things around the country, and the fires. What I like about what you did in this book, it's not just depressing, because if you read the book, you hear about other things that can be just depressing. You profile firefighters, residents who lost everything, communities determined to rebuild, and then you see there are people who are putting themselves in between ICE agents and their neighbors or Uber Eats drivers, or you know what I mean, or delivery people, to try to keep them from being detained without warrants, etc. So I want to know, what is their courage of these folks? What does that teach you, and what should teach us about who actually holds society together when institutions appear to be falling?
It's the people, and it is always the people, not the politics, that I think in these disasters, the hope emerges and see a way forward. So in this book, we meet all kinds of people. We meet a firefighter, Eric Mendoza, who laid on his stomach in 1,000-degree temperatures. To be on the concrete, the coolest place you could find when he was trying to fight these fires, push back on every flick of every flame that he possibly could. Some Larson, Palisades firefighter, before a lady on everything but die, trying to save your home. Jake Torres, Gunnar Alves, Jonathan Sweeney, these are all firefighters from Altadena. Kate Hennigan, an engineer at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, I got to know. Hundreds of her colleagues lost their homes in Altadena, yet she has inspired me with her resilience. Ruben Lloyd Wilson, a 30-year UPS employees that met there, married there, and lost their home on McNally, which happens to be the street that I interviewed Gavin Newsom on. I'll be upfront this. I worked for Altadena and Palisades, literally a server, who to me encapsulates how the people who come to work in these communities are as important as the people who lay their heads there at night. It's understanding all of their stories and how they've gone through this together in their own individual way. There were tens of thousands of people who evacuated during these catastrophic wildfires, and interconnected in so many ways. And I think that they also bring to the surface some of the fissures that exist in our society. LA is the most unaffordable city and the most unaffordable state in the union. It's part of what is so hard about coming back for all of these people. The undocumented community, as we've talked about, is the biggest undocumented community here than any other state in the country, 10%, maybe 1 million people. They are so affected by all of this. So they're in a person.
We're just gonna double check
We learn
this.
so much about ourselves and each other. And in the end,
How did she say she wanted?
I'm
gonna go into here.
Understand what we all experience together and what I think so many more of us will experience soon.
Jacob, look, I don't want to blow smoke away, but Jacob, I really enjoy.
This is what she wants.
But lots of changes. But look, there are people. I'll tell you, when I was on CNN, I would love having a conversation with Grace Hart, right? Because I learned so much from him, and the IQ of the entire room goes up, and I know the IQ for the entire audience goes up. Same thing with Richard Haas or with a Mark Kirkland, right? Or when I spoke to Lloyd Austin in I think it was Bulgaria, I forget where, on the Charlie. But there are certain people you speak to and you are like, you are happy to speak to them because you can actually have a very smart, illuminating, eye-opening conversation with you are one of those people. So thank you for that. You and your friend and your colleague Chisaki and Steph Poole, all the same thing.
You know how I feel about you, John, and it goes back to the days of you were always such a great friend and an amazing supporter in my earliest days, and I love, receiving texts from you and you having look out and kept the reporting that you were doing on the other side of the television dial. You were always gracious and kind and selfless, and it meant a lot to me, and it does to this very day. So thank you.
Thank you, Jacob Soboroff. And the new book of Jacob Soboroff, make sure you get it, called Firestorm. It is out now, correct? Yes.
Correct. Yes, digital
Walter. How are you? Professional Bay? Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Take us so much. This is a great guy. Great. So we have lots more to talk about. I'm going to talk about some accolades for the show, for the Lemonheads, for you. Also,
Okay, I'm just gonna cross-reference
a lot of the
these
stuff that I deal with here. I deal with a lot of racist bigots.
before I delete
deal
this
with
row.
people who are doxing and texting and calling, all those things, all of the trolls, all of the things. And that's why it's important to focus on. But I'm not done talking about these Irish iceways and these dudes and Christy Nome.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you something that's going to hearten you at the end about
Yes.
what we are accomplishing here on the Don Lemon Show
Yes.
and Lemon Nation.
Yes.
And
I know about that one.
first, a word from our sponsors.
Yes.
Support comes from Graza, okay? So if you're cooking in a
Yes.
olive oil.
Yes.
And Graza is my olive oil of choice. Graza makes fresh, high-quality extra virgin olive oil at
Yes.
an everyday price. They harvest, press, and bottle their olives in the same
Yes.
season, and you can actually see the harvest dates
Yes.
right on the bottle. They have 2 oils. I always keep in my kitchen.
Yes.
It's a sizzle. It's perfect for cooking,
Yes.
roasting, and sautéing. Whatever's on the
Yes.
stove. Drizzle
Yes.
is the bold
Yes.
finishing oil for salads,
Yes.
bread, vegetables,
Yes.
even dessert. And yes, I
Yes.
use both. Now, there's also what called frizzle. It's for
Mhm.
very high cooking. I
Mhm.
cook my steaks with it. Amazing. I love cooking for friends, and you can taste the difference. Plus, the bottles look good sitting out on your counter, which doesn't hurt. So right now, you can get 20% off of your first order at Graza.co when you use the code DON. I recommend the duo, sizzle and drizzle together. That's Graza.co, Graza.co, and use the code.
All right, that is correct.
Just amazing. So this show is sponsored today by Lean. We've all seen the fat diets.
She said Control K.
Lose weight, you gain it back, and repeat. Okay, doctors call that weight cycling. And about half of Americans deal with it. That up and down is hard on your body, frustrating and stuff. Most people need real support, and that's where Lean comes in. Lean is a non-prescription
And Control K.
by doctors. It's not an injection.
Okay,
It's
so
three key ways. Lean helps you maintain healthy blood sugar.
display text will be, how does she want the formatting?
Which can help keep weight off.
How does she want the formatting?
So
Oh,
you
Lord.
can get 20% off if you use the code LEAN. So go to takelean.com and then use the code LEAN. You get 20% off. That's takelean.com.
Why won't I do this first? We are going to filter. I'm gonna do this one first.
We appreciate it. Okay, so
Setting.
Lucy, I sent you a thing from that was, I think I sent it to you. Let me just double check here, and I'll send it because I want
Okay,
to see.
so, and this recommendation number is what? 8.
So, and I usually don't highlight these things. I just want you guys to know what's out there and what's going on. Let's see. So, the other day I was sitting around getting ready to do something on Substack, and someone called the line and had some really racist things to say, like calling me the N-word, and the F word. This is calling me nigger and fag and all that stuff. It's just whatever. And you know who it is. It's like obviously the Trump and MAGA trolls. And if you don't have haters, you're not doing things right. Okay. And so this is one of the things that I just want to put this up because you guys know. Look, it's just 4 of us who put the show on every day, and so it's a lot to do. So we're not a huge news organization. That's why I'm always telling you it is important for you to support us, to become a member, to subscribe. All of this. When I say that, I really mean it. I'm not just putting it out there because we don't have the $1 million advertising, whatever. That doesn't happen. So this is like one of the things that Don, you ain't shit. You always would have been. You do it better. It doesn't even make sense. That's why your black ass ain't on CNN. Now just do your new job. Be on time. Always you. It's like, okay, what am I supposed to talk about? This is my show. And so that's just one. If you look at the comments, there's always someone calling like nig or all that stuff. Okay. So these are gross individuals. All right. And so who cares? All right. I just want to tell you, but that's just the kind of stuff that we're dealing with always. And always the criticism of me and what I do, it has always been, even more so now, especially the last year, seen it based on homophobia and racism. And people don't like someone like me having the voice that I have. A lot of it's bias. But that's why I believe so much in content moderation, because I believe things like that. Now, they won't take that down on many of those sites. But if we're talking about a news story that involves the Trump administration and its use of guns and goons and whatever, they'll take that down and suspend us. So be careful about what platforms you're on. And I think you guys should be vocal and complain about it, about these things, because what they're doing is trying to silence our voices. They're trying to make me scared. They're not going to make me scared. And so I don't even remember the entire time I was at CNN if I even got a nomination. Maybe I did one a couple times. But I want to put this up because I just got it. Reese Colville sent this to me and said, congratulations, and then the social team. I'm like, for what? They're like, for your nominations. This is us. Okay? NAACP Image Awards unveiled 2026 nominees led by Tiana Taylor, who won last night, Kendrick Lamar, and Cynthia Erivo. And so if you go down and you look through the categories, I don't know if you can find on that handy to go down. This is outstanding. Producers jump on because you can look at it on camera. This is outstanding news and information series. And if you look at these outstanding news and information series, these are all major news organizations. CNN, PBS. Okay. CNN, PBS, NBC, ABC. Next one. I have no idea. The next one. Outstanding host in a talk or news information series of special individual or ensemble. Again, most of them are major news organizations. CNN, me, PBS. Oh, my friend Scott Evans, who I love. Major Sherry Shepherd, who I love as well. Okay? These are major news organizations. So that's two that I had no idea about.
Oh,
Outstanding
Don.
podcast, news and information. Comeback TV, which is I guess a big production company. Native Land, who are my friends over. By the way, I'm going to be on their show. They're going to be on my show soon. I've been talking to Angela. They've been on before.
Oh, congratulations to Don being nominated. He's crying.
Go Troy. And go Scott Evans for doing your independent thing. Okay, it's not to say anything about my friends over at news organizations. I'm happy with it too.
Good morning. Oh, it is the afternoon here. Good afternoon. How are you? Hi Kevin. How are you?
Outstanding podcast, society, and culture. And Wonder has just been Kiki Palmer. This is Kiki Palmer, baby. I love it, baby. This is Kiki. Baby, it's Kiki. I forget what the little thing is. I love Kiki Palmer. You guys know that. That's Wondery. That's a big thing. I think Wondery is a part of Spotify, something like that. And then Higher Learning, Van Lathan, that's great. It's The Ringer. It's also a Spotify thing, sponsored by a big thing. And then there's Michelle Obama, Craig Robinson, Higher Ground, which is great, their thing. And then the Don Lemon Show, Community Media Network. And then What Now with Trevor Noah, which is Day Zero production. So most of these are big production. I think all of them are big productions. And then, so, yeah, I think that's it, right? I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, so I had no idea. Thank you, Reese, for sending this. Thank you, Social Guys, for sending this. But this is pretty amazing, even if we don't win. Come on, guys. So, look, thank you for your support. That's why I always tell you, like, this is a community that you actually have a voice in. I read your comments. I take them into consideration many times. We turn on a dime. If you have a great story that we want to talk about, we look at the comments and say, people want to hear about this. oh, someone said this is happening, let's check this out, and we'll turn on the dime. And then, if you're a member of a certain tier, you actually get to be on the show. The legends are on the show, and they're talking to you, they're telling me to shut up, they're talking over me, and it's fine, I love it. Because that's what it's about. They're telling me how they love the community, what it is meant to them, if they want something different or more, to stop talking about this, we're sick of Trump, whatever it is. This is part of the community, and that's the difference, and I believe that's what's working. It's not just me talking at you all the time, okay? And so we have to learn too. Sometimes I love the haters to be in the thing, because then I realize we're actually making a difference, okay? And so we have to, I believe, as a community,
Let's take my medicine today.
That's why I always tell you, be offended out being offended. I was with a friend last night, she said, I get enraged. She said, I watched Lawrence. This is, I love Lawrence. She goes, I watched Lawrence, and then I have to turn on the quiet app or whatever it is, like take my blood pressure down, whatever. And I always say, yes, watch Lawrence and then shut it off. But, you know, you be informed without being inundated and outraged and all these things. And know that there are people like this woman who stood between a DoorDash employee in her house. She really didn't. I think we have the longer version. Did we ever find the shorter version of this? No.
No, we still do that.
I saw there's a shorter version. But what happens is the DoorDash woman comes to her house. I think she has a child in the car. I think she does. And then they try to rush her to grab this DoorDash woman. And the woman in the house says, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I can't do this. I'm afraid. She listed all the emotions which people would do. Okay, you should go through it. But at the end of the day, she said, for what reason? She realized that this position that they weren't going to into her house and get to the university. That woman lost her life. They took her life. But she didn't put herself in a position where someone's escaping. She just said, she and I think it was a man who was going to say, you need a warrant. You got to get out of here. The same thing with the Italian Uber driver that we heard and said, this is how you deal with it. I don't have to show you anything. If a police officer comes, someone who is a doctor, a authority, then I'll show them my identification.
Oh, these are so huge.
But otherwise, you got to leave. Because I was just saying that I have to go out to And in the end, they go away. You looked at the entire video, I think they go away in the end. They start, but it's awful. And then there's the one we played earlier without sound that Jacob was on where they basically break into someone's house. Was that also in Minnesota? By the way, the Trump administration, they are sending more ICE agents to Minnesota, by the way. And I think that there was a house that we played before. There's a house that the ICE agents went into. And if you haven't played it, Jacob, I think it was in Minnesota. I'm not exactly sure, but here it is. It's another East game as well.
Where's the warrant? Where's the warrant? Where is it? Can you put the guns down now? Can you put the guns down? There's kids in this house. There is kids in this house. Show the warrant first. Show the warrant. Show the warrant. There's kids in this house. That's it. Where's the warrant? Where's the warrant? Where's the warrant? Where's the warrant? You should have the paper before you hit the door. They don't matter nothing. You come with the warrant. You do have to show a warrant. You guys see this all online. He said he doesn't have to show a warrant. Stay in your room and shut the door. I'm not even touching nobody. Get your hands off of me. I can record. I can record. I am back. Get your hands off of me. I'm not in your way and I'm not stopping nothing. You're also not checking to see who's in this house. Get your hands off of me. Get your hands off of me. I give a fuck about your taser. Get your hands off of me. Oh, you're real big and bad. Where's the warrant? So you can't answer, but you can slap the light? Where's the warrant? Where? Where is the warrant? Back up. Back up, because he's asking me to do something, so now you back up. Can you back up with this taser? She's in her room, sis.
Okay. There's one more I want to show you, and then I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you how it be. There's one from a gas station, and then there's one at the landscaper. Here we go. Pause. He doesn't have to show them. You don't have to show him your papers. But what this agent has to do is show him a crime which he did not. And so some people they don't know their rights. He doesn't have to show them that. He can say, I don't have to show you anything, you show me a right, I'll gladly do it, or if a police officer comes, I will gladly show them. But until then, you have no right.
All right.
So please leave me alone.
I'm going to get off of here because I have stuff to do. And I appreciate all of you guys that have been in the live. And make sure you subscribe for more workflow vibes. Love you.